Live. Another episode of Laguna Studios Live where we're going to talk about... Well, actually, I think we might just use this whole stream to just watch Katie get mauled by her dog. Because that is actually amusing the shit out of me right now. We could just do that.
He's being very loving at the moment.
He's just loving her
to lick the microphone.
Until she has technical difficulties. That's what's going to happen.
No.
Yeah. So
I think he just wants to lick the microphone. That's what he wants to do.
As one does.
We've all fought that urge before. It's just Spot's not fighting it. Okay, so see, like everybody has the urge. It just happens. So today we're launching Dee's Pride Pin collection, wherein you can also get all the books and all the stuff that you can get from all the other campaigns that we've run. But Pride Pins! Yay!
Yes, Pride Pins. And books. And Pride Pins. And books.
And books.
And t-shirts and mouse pads and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yes. I got
boob mouse pads.
Yes.
It's an amazing mouse pad.
I am bummed the reaction of the mouse pad has been so muted. My milkshake does not bring all the boys to the yard.
I thought the milkshake was the butt. Is the milkshake the boobs? Because I thought the milkshake was the butt. I'm
pretty sure it is, but for the sake of this joke, I thought it worked fine. But thank you for deconstructing it.
I'm just wondering. I mean, we need to get to the bottom of this. This is a very important question. The
bottom, you say.
Milkshake's definitely going to be the
Giggity.
boob, surely.
Okay. So, I don't have a banner up yet. We need to do a banner.
Yes, this was nearly Finding D Road Rage edition, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, the reason we're a smidge late is me. Our wee town here has two bridges that are the only real way, if you're on one road, to get to the town without taking a 30-minute back detour around half the state. And one of those bridges is currently being renovated under construction of a sort. And so I forgot about that on my way home. Oops. And instead of taking the back way, I took the normal way I go. And all of a sudden, I'm already running late. Work ran long and I'm already stressed out and I'm freaking out. And I'm in the car with Heidi and I'm God damn it! The fucking bridge! It's okay. Nothing I can do about it.
You see, that is always what happens whenever you are slightly late to start with. Like, if I'm going to agility with Spot, I'm not very good at timekeeping. So, if I'm already late, if I'm not late, there'll be nothing on the road. I'll get there within half an hour. If I am slightly late, then I will meet every single tractor in this area.
Yep, and like all the stoplights will be red and just everything.
There aren't any stoplights between there and... But
that's fair.
It's tractors usually. Yeah.
I always noticed that when I'd be going to work in the mornings at my old job, it would always be stoplights that would get me, and they would just be endless.
Yeah. Well, then it's the usual favorite round.
I'm a wee bit stressed. This is not just Dr. Pepper. There's additives.
It's electrolytes. YouTube, don't demonetize us.
It's what plants crave. It's what plants and fish crave.
You get it. That's what she said.
Can I wink louder?
Okay. What was I saying? I had a thought and then it went away just as I started talking. We're gonna give away some shit. We're definitely gonna, if you're still feeling up to drawing after all the road rage, we can give away a drawing, assuming somebody comments and tells us.
True.
Yeah, it's gonna be a D-themed drawing. Like, you can just make a suggestion, but also...
you'll make a suggestion and you will get my version of that suggestion.
Yes.
Unless I really like your suggestion directly.
Yes.
You should just
So-
draw yourself behind the wheel, waiting for the traffic lights to turn.
Yeah, that works.
I'm tired. I'm not drawing mechanical anything unless it's a transformer. I'm not
Just
drawing
even
my
more
car. Fuck my
complicated than a
car.
car.
Fuck my car. Straight lines and curves and shit. All right, we can curse on the show, right? Yeah, we've done that before.
Thank you for asking now.
The more you know.
Yeah, well, we're gonna launch in like 15 minutes, and since it's backer kit, they're just gonna like launch it for us. So I don't actually have to push any buttons or nothing. Lori is about. She's not gonna come on stream today because she is brain fried, and I told her just don't worry about it. And so you got because she's very busy. Well, I mean, we're all very busy, but if you guys follow her on social media, you saw the chaos of the hoodie box mess, right? It's just chaos. So, yeah, it was a mess. And backer kit is really so we learned this from the hoodie campaign that backer kits, they're the things that they're adding, the fun little tools and things that they're adding to their crowdfunding. We can do these live stream launch parties. We can also do polls and campaign questions and interact with the people that are backing on the community page. And so we're gonna have to come up with some stuff to ask there. And like for everybody who is a fan of Dee, like Dee's a collaborator. She's gonna be interacting directly with you. It's not gonna be like me saying what I think Dee would say or anything like that. No, Dee is actually going to answer your questions. So if you have things that you want to ask, post them on the community page, or answer the polls.
No Sarah, only Dee.
That was
hard.
horrifying.
It was painful too. I shouldn't have done that. Here, let me have some more Dr. Pepper.
It's the doctor part.
Yes, very very medicinal. Jack Sparrow would be happy.
Now we know why the rum is gone, I guess.
I'm going on my way to not say that word.
It's a perfectly innocent word. We didn't.
It's just
that
a
mixes
saying.
wonderfully with Dr. Pepper.
I mean, I'm not saying we did that, just that it does.
I don't think I've ever drunk Dr. Pepper.
Do they not have Dr. Pepper in?
No, they do. They do have
UK?
it. I've just never tried it.
It's like spicy Coca-Cola. So if you've
It's
had,
probably got sweeteners in it. I can't handle
No,
sweetness.
no. Dr. Pepper predates Coca-Cola. Thank you very much. So Coca-Cola is like bland Dr. Pepper.
okay, fair enough. I really, if I go to like McDonald's and like are shitty, and if I go there for whatever, like it's usually cons, right? You go to a con and you end up at a fucking McDonald's every time, and I'll just grab whatever they've got, and if they have a Coke Freestyle machine, then we're good to go, because you can really make some abominations with those things. But if they just have the fountain, the regular fountains with just a handful of selections, I'm always going for the Dr. Pepper, because I hate Coke. Coke is, I don't know. And like, it's weird too, because I like Pepsi all right. And people are like, they're the same. They taste the same. No, they fucking don't. Okay. If you think they taste the same, then you have terrible, terrible taste buds. And they don't work right. Because they don't taste the same.
I can't drink Pepsi either. Sweetness. I just can't do sweetness, so it just has to be Coke. But
like, not even regular sugar?
Specifically want it if I've had fish and chips. No, it's still got sweeteners in it and sugar, I think.
Really? I thought it just had sugar.
Maybe it's just the UK one, but for whatever reason I can't drink it. But yeah, I only ever fancy if I've had fish and chips though. So I don't. It's just a strange thing.
There you go. So, well, okay.
Does anybody have any suggestions?
Look at this beautiful blank slate we've got here.
A blank slate of a canvas of something. I need to draw something. Come on, people.
we've got about 10 minutes before launch, so we gotta maybe people when they see the page with all the stuff, they'll be all excited. And I am actually gonna post, because I forgot to post something on the Facey Space about the YouTubes, and I lost my frickin' link.
I'm in a wolf sort of mood at the moment. Why not draw Poe with wolves? Leading a pack of wolves or something. Probably too complicated, but yeah. I've been drawing wolves. They're just stuck in my head. I've just been looking through all of my photos of them, so it's just...
God, wolves! I hate wolves! Why would you be drawing wolves? I have no desire to see anything with wolves on it! Grrr, bad wolves. I have random wolf faces from different toys where because they all come with different bodies, or they all come with different heads. So it's the American Werewolf and London Werewolf.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's a really great sculpt, but it came with an alternate, just growling head. And then I got that Snake Eyes. The Snake Eyes, because it came with the wolf.
Yeah.
And I wanted the wolf mostly to go with my Phantom.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So the Phantom can have an off-model devil.
Nice.
I mean, the Snake Eyes figure's fine, but I wanted it for the wolf, and then it went on sale over Christmas, so I was just like, yes.
Serendipitous.
I want an articulated wolf.
I have a really nice wolf sculpture somewhere, like an ornament that one of my friends owned a shop, and it had come in as part of his shipment, but the tail had broken off, so he's just like, do you want it? I was just going to get thrown out, so at some point I'm going to fix it, but it's huge. It's like, I don't know, sort of like that sort of size, so I was going to like paint it in proper wolf colours, because it's not got the best paint job, but I think I could make something really nice out of it, and now I'm just wondering where the hell I put it. So... Because this was like, the ADHD thing of like, oh yeah, that happened about 15 years ago. What actually did I do with that thing? So.
Okay. I'm done being distracted now. Okay. I'm hoping that we can get some more people in here that are actually going to talk. Everybody, comment. Tell Dee what to draw. You're just gonna stare
about the campaign,
looking at a blank page if you don't ask her to draw something.
Or sooner or later, I'm just gonna start drawing something at random, and it'll be nonsense. Nonsense, I tell you.
It'll be pickles.
Look who somebody's here.
Hey, Chris.
It's Chris. Hi, Chris. We were on Chris's live stream a few weeks ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was really fun. We had a lot of fun. It was a good one. It's... Shit, I forgot the name of it. Fueled by Weird. I brain good. Yeah, and highly recommend you check it out because he has does good interviews with creators all the time. And I don't even know if that's the only thing he does. That's the ones I always catch.
He can even make suggestions. Just saying.
Yes. Chris, if you have a suggestion about what Dee should draw, like literally anything.
What should I be drawing?
Just throw some shit out and see what sticks. Like spaghetti to the wall. Just do it. And then have it's a 7 minutes and 10 seconds before the Pride Pins launch. And then we can actually like show pictures and stuff. Yeah, it was fun. Uh-oh. There you go. There's a suggestion.
Gizmo Duck. Oh, I could draw some Gizmo Duck.
Am I thinking of the right Gizmo Duck?
I don't know if you are, but I am.
I mean, it's from DuckTales, right? Or Darkwing Duck or something. Yeah. It's from those are all like one big show in my head. And he's like got a wheel for feet.
Yep.
Am I thinking of the right dude?
There's some amazing cosplayers who dress up as him and use one of those automated unicycles.
Oh, dude, really? That's amazing.
Yeah, just look it up on YouTube. Gizmo Duck cosplay.
Nice.
And he is doing speed. He's like doing 35 down the road on that thing.
Wow. Dangerous. Let's get
dangerous.
Andrew's here. Hey, Andrew. What the my controls aren't working and nothing has been working today and I'm gonna lose my shit. I got so mad I cut my hair. I cut my hair because I was mad, okay? Like, that's why my hair is all weird and fluffy. It's because I chopped a whole bunch of weight off of it.
But I think it looks nice.
Thank you.
Just ignore my hair that hasn't been cut for like 5 years. So
I was just like literally took the clippers and I like threw my whole and I put it into a ponytail right here. And then I took the clippers and I like right off like 4 inches. And and then I was like, I pulled the ponytail out. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's still long as hell. And so I like pulled it back over and cut more off. And I was like, eventually I'm going to hit this point where I know that I've gone too far and it won't be fixable. But luckily I don't go outside that much. So it's fine. As long as I can still pull the top half into a ponytail, it'll be fine. How long will the campaign be live? It will be live for 2 weeks, I think. It's either 2 weeks or 17 days. You'd think I would remember this stuff, but to be fair, in my defense, I have set up 3 Kickstarters in the past week and a half. So and they all had different times on them. So 4 more
easy to get
minutes.
confused.
Yeah, it's and like I'm actually I started setting up another one. So I'm like I got 4 of them completed. No, 2. I've set up 2. So I got 4 of them or 3 of them that I completed now, and then 2 more that I started and I have to finish yet. Which P.S. if you didn't back Cthulhu's Hard to Spell, that's live right now, and that's go.lagunastudios.net. Go check that one out. Another Fish did one of the covers. Fish Lee, obviously, as if you guys didn't know. Fish Lee did a cover, Alvin Chang did a cover, and Mooney Art did a cover, and they're all amazing, and, you know, anthology full of stories. Very excited for next year. Katie said she wants to do a cover for Cthulhu, which, that'll be amazing.
Yep.
Yes.
Very excited. I was hoping it would be a month because I have a con in 2 weeks I'm saving. That's fair. Yeah, you should save for the con. We'll have the store open after the fact too. So, and a lot of the stuff that's on this campaign was on the campaign. Like, we've got new stuff on this campaign, but we are offering everything that we had on the other campaign too. So, it'll like you may have already gotten this everything except the new stuff that we've got. So hopefully we can still get you set up afterwards. But, you know, at some point, we'll take care of you. We'll have more pins. We'll have tons of pins. Oh, see, no, I definitely know who it is now. I mean, DuckTales and Darkwing Duck, and they were all, like, staple of my childhood, so... Chip and Dale was a...
Chip and Dale's.
Oh, I used to watch that.
Yeah. When there's danger. Oh no, it never fails. Once something. Somehow.
I only got little bits of some of these shows because we didn't really have a TV when I was a kid, so I only ever used to get to watch it when I went to my great auntie's house just after school. So
that sounds like when we always wanted to watch He-Man and She-Ra. And it was always on just right as we were getting off the bus. It was always starting up, but we could only watch it.
There was always at least one show you had to run like a crazy person to see.
Yep. And then, yeah, and like but we could only watch it at my grandma's house. So if we could trick the bus driver into dropping us off at Granny's instead of home, then we could watch it. And then they changed one of Granny's soaps to be at that time. So then it was like, all right, well, there's just no reason to come down to Granny's on a weekday anymore. We'll come down on the weekends.
Sorry,
it'll be
Granny.
fine. Yeah, right? If she really loved us, she wouldn't have watched Days of Our Lives. Sweet, I may buy some of the pins after the fact for some of my friends, and I like, yep, the Alphabet Mafia. Yeah, for sure. I've got a picture of 5 of them up, and... Okay, oh, we're at 1 minute! Oh, do you want to, let's put up the... hang on. I'm gonna put up the, screen here. Can I share them both? Nope, we can only share one at a time. But that's okay, we'll go back to these.
You share that, show that screen and then come back to me and I'll have
we'll come back to D in a minute. Oh, Paul's here. Hi, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Long time no chat on stream. I actually don't know if I've said hi to you or anything on the social medias either, so... Hi! I got nothing. I'm busy. I'm busy and you're busy and everybody misses misconnections thing, right? What are you gonna do? 8 seconds!
I really like the werewolf one.
2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. Is it live now? Do I have to refresh? I broke it. Oh, I broke it. Sorry, everybody. It'd be hilarious if it was like literally broken and it's not just a... I mean, that just is exactly what would happen, right?
Yeah, it is just one of those days, though, isn't it? So it's like...
It's stuck behind a bridge.
Oh, excuse me. Gross. Is it going yet? Frickin' go! There it goes! I had to refresh. I had to wait and refresh. Oh, I answered an Instagram. Yeah, that. I've been doing that.
Woo!
And we're live. I don't know what else. So these are the pins. Like, I don't even have to go anywhere to see the pins. Now, just so that we're clear, the pins that are available right now are these guys. These 3 pins here are available right now, and we have to get to goal before we can release the other 2. But because they're all really cute, we're being nice and showing you all of them. So I'm pretty excited. I need the Taste My Rainbow one. I need it.
I really like the werewolf one. So
yes, the werewolf one's adorable.
Put in there because I want the werewolf one.
Yeah.
So we need to get to goal. So, and of course, let's, I mean, obviously, these are amazing. I'm going to go quickly through here to show you that you can still get all the other stuff that we had on the previous campaign, but, like, the pins are new. So yeah, you can still get the book. There's stuff from the book. There's the covers from the book. You can get remarks. You can get the pickle t-shirt. Let's see. Yes! Get the boob... Oh, hi, Jack. Get the boob mouse pet. Can you get your face out of my face? You have terrible breath. Get the boob mouse pad. I need the boob mouse pad. And that's the acrylic standee. What is that, like 6 or 8 inches tall? I can't remember exactly how tall it is.
I have no idea.
I don't remember. It's like a Barbie doll size, or maybe a little shorter than Barbie doll size. And then this one is the life-size standee. So if you got the life-size D, this is the matching, the rest of the set for the life-size standee. Yeah, shipping, you can look at that yourself. You don't need us to cover that here, do you? Excuse me. So yeah, that's you can still get everything that you could get from the other campaign, but you can get these cool pins. So and we brought back the rainbow skull pin because it's freaking awesome. Because why wouldn't we? It's
Yep.
backer kit thing. Like we're gonna have the backer kit store afterwards. Like we always do. And then you won't be able to just get it anywhere. You'll have to like bump into D or one of us who has a stock of pins and maybe get one if you're lucky. And yeah, I don't know why I have to keep I have to keep refreshing to see updated stuff on here, so I'm getting mad, and we're gonna go back to Darkwing Duck.
I'm not drawing Darkwing Duck, I'm drawing Gizmo Duck.
Gizmo Duck. My bad. I've been healing for a while, Paul says. I hope that you're doing better than you were, and I hope that everything is okay in your land. And Paul also said, looking forward to Dee's books. And you won't be disappointed. And Paul is excited about your wolves. Katie's wolves.
Thank you.
They're coming out amazing.
Doing very well. Good to hear. Good to hear.
It's nice to see you commenting again, Paul.
Yeah, your absence was not unnoticed. We definitely missed your participation in the live stream. You are distracting the shit out of me, dude. This fucking guy. You see this old ass cat. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. I feel like they get to the age where then they're just like, I have earned the right to be irritating.
Oh, he's back again.
Spot.
He's not quite as high up this time though.
we could just do a whole stream of just Katie, like just Spot thinking that he's a lapdog and just destroying Katie's face.
And he always manages to line the cables as well, so he's like dragging my head down.
That's fun.
Well, I mean, it's not so much of a problem when it's Hazel, because she's tiny, but he weighs 20 kilos, so he's...
What are you gonna do?
If he gets, sits on something, you get taken with it a bit.
So... Ow. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to do this.
Here's a view of the entire piece for anyone curious. I'm doing the classic Adi Granov Iron Man punching the ground pose, but with Gizmo Duck, which is a thing I've wanted to do for a while.
Nice.
That's looking good.
So yeah, we'll definitely send a print of this to... Well, I don't know, since Chris was the first one to comment, we should send one to Chris for sure. And yeah, Paul and Andrew and anybody else who's watching, if you have a suggestion for Dee to draw, then put it in the comments and she might draw it. Like, no promises. We only have a limited amount of time, but definitely.
I'm zippy, but I'm not that zippy.
You are pretty damn fast. I think that it's got something to do with having the name Fish, because I don't know anybody else who is as fast as you and Fish Lee. I just don't. He's coloring a comic for us right now, and he literally started today, and he's already got at least 3 pages done. That's only what I've seen. He's colored 3 pages, and he's clearly not been only doing that all day long. He's been doing other stuff, and he's still like, what the fuck?
I learned so much about coloring from Fish. I don't know the School of Fish thing. Yeah. And I was looking at the stuff that I'd colored before. I was like, this would have been so much faster if I'd actually known this back when I was doing it.
Ouch. So Paul suggests you draw Dick Tracy.
Okay.
And Andrew says, how about Dee dressed as Blitz from Super? We're gonna have to dig up some refs for that. And I don't know if we'll have time for all of these, but I don't know. Let's see. It depends on how fast he goes, I guess.
What
Quality over quantity is what I say. He looks more comfortable than you do, Katie.
He probably is.
Oh yeah.
He's now learnt that if he like taps me with his paw, he gets attention, but he'll just sit there tapping me with his foot for no reason.
What? I had dogs. I mean dogs, right? Pets in general, not even just dogs. Just pets, all of them. Paul said, I love your comic strip.
Thank you.
It is a good strip. Sorry, Jesus. Man. You ever just be petting a cat and everything's fine, and all of a sudden they're like, no, that's enough!
Yeah.
Yes.
See, dogs
I'm
aren't
lucky
quite like
with
that.
my cats. When they're done, they just leave. They don't tend to attack me unless they want more, and I'm not providing it.
Fair. He just,
Like-
he doesn't bite, but he did just give me a, hey, stop it.
I was house sitting for somebody who had a cat last year, and the cat got a tick. So I had the fun and games of taking a tick of a cat, which then bit me, like the cat did, not the tick. It's like that's just gratitude for you.
I mean, it probably didn't feel good in the cat's defense, but also you were trying to help.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have Lyme disease over there? Do you have
Yes,
like tick-borne diseases? Yeah.
Yeah. My one of my friends has had problems with Lyme's, but yeah. So I mean, I'm not a cat person, so I'm not used to handling cats. So I was just like, please don't bite me to start with.
Yeah.
And he's half Norwegian forest cat, so he's kind of big as well.
Big guy, yeah. I've had cats my whole life, and I still don't think I understand cats. Like, does anybody really understand cats? You can't be a
Cats.
You can't.
Cats don't even understand cats.
No shit. Paul said, I've loved watching him grow. I assume you're referring to Spot, because that's the dog.
Yeah.
He did. He's so, and like, I think that if I see them in person, if I ever get to meet them in person, I'm going to be stunned because I already think Hazel is much larger than she actually is.
Everybody does.
It feels like it because from the pictures, and then Spot is so much bigger than Hazel. So I'm gonna be like, he's a fucking horse, right? Like I'm gonna be very, very taken aback if I ever meet him up close. I think
he's big, but he's not that big. I mean, like I do know people who have got Irish wolfhounds who are like double the weight of him, but he is quite a big collie. So.
Andrew said, my cat Ginger, when I'm petting her on her back, she'll bite me. She only likes pets or head. Yeah, head scritches. Yeah, cats are fucking weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Spot's not keen on his back being stroked, but he just kind of just turns his head around and looks at you. He doesn't bite you. Or just walks off like he did then.
Paul said, giving our 2 cats diabetes pills every day. Lots of fun. I bet.
Oh.
I have that one that was just on my lap. He fucked off now. I don't know where he went, but he's got to take a steroid every day. He's either got he's 18 years old, and he's either got IBD or lymphoma, and either way, guarded prognosis. But at his age, like, the only way to confirm the diagnosis is to cut him open, and I'm not doing that to him. He's 18 years old. I'm not And the treatment is almost, for both of those diseases, is almost identical. So I was like, let's just do that. And so I'm more concerned that he has, like, he feels good and judging by the amount of screaming that he does, like, he picks up his toys and he carries them around screaming and howling. And I have to assume that means he's feeling fine. So, and we're maintaining his weight. So but yeah, like, giving him pills every day. Actually, Jack pills like a champ, so he's really good. But
Jed was great for medication. He just would eat everything. Like, if he just put... In fact, he was like... We always think that Jed didn't really have any brain cells because he was just stupid. But you'd put the pill in his food, on top of the food, and he would just eat the pill without even any... Like,
nice.
It's like, did you even notice that? And yeah, sometimes he would, like, drop it on the floor or something if if and when he actually noticed, which wasn't very often, to be fair.
Sure.
But
sure.
then you could just like wrap it in bread, and he'd like eat the bread. But if it fell out the bread, he'd still eat the peel off the floor.
Oh, well, that works because it tasted like bread, right?
I
Maybe.
don't know. Like when he got dementia, one of my friends was like, "How can you tell?" It's like, well,
Fair.
it is quite hard with him. But the fact that he's like now stood staring at the bathroom door to ask to go outside is probably an indication.
Yeah.
But, no, he just was. But I loved that dog so much, but he was stupid.
Andrew, you didn't know that cats can get diabetes? I think any animal can get diabetes. It's a blood thing, right? A blood and the insulin thing. So I think anything can get it.
Dogs can.
Dogs and cats for sure can. And it's a thing that's more caused by... That's why dogs and cats get it far less than humans, because our diets, and this is not a willpower thing, like anybody fight me. Anybody who says it's a willpower thing and that you're overeating and blah, 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 and that's why you got diabetes, like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Because there's so much more involved than just... And our commercialized diets are making us less healthy. So, like, again, get out of here with that. But cats and dogs get it less often than people because, weirdly, their diets are actually usually pretty high quality.
I know someone who had a dog with it, and they couldn't figure out why their dog had got diabetes until he came home from work one day to find the dog stood in the middle of the table licking the sugar dish.
Oh no!
That will do it.
Oh yeah, that would, yeah. And see, that's not a thing. That's probably why it's less common in cats than dogs, because dogs can taste sweet things, but cats can't. So cats, you're not gonna catch a cat eating a piece of cake. A dog will absolutely eat a piece of cake. But
I think some cats will just eat anything.
Yeah, well, that's fair too. I have a cat, like, he's obsessed with dairy stuff. Dairy, he loves ranch dressing and ice cream and, like, whipped cream and stuff. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that's why these man-sized farts come out of him. And they're gross and smelly.
With Lucifer, if you let him alone for more than 5 seconds, he will absolutely go after your coffee.
Wow.
And we'll turn around, cat head just buried in the coffee cup.
Spot does that with tea.
Yikes.
If my dad
That's all we need is a caffeinated dog and cat. Jesus.
Oh, he's quite big, so it doesn't really affect him that much. But yeah, if Dad puts his cup down on the floor, like with the tea still in the bottom of it, Spot's just drinking it.
Wow. Nice. My mom's cat liked pears. He passed away a while ago, but he was very old. But I definitely remember feeding him pears, and he loved it. Andrew says it's often genetic with humans, which is true. Like he said, I know for me it's genetic, and the fact that I'm overweight. I've been well, if you're pre-diabetic for 5 years, then I assume that means that you're managing it, which is good. That's the thing I worry about a lot, because I have it. It's my grandfather had. It's the type 2, the kind that comes on. It doesn't come on in childhood. It comes on in adulthood.
Yeah, I had
like
two family members with that.
That's what I got.
Yeah, and I worry about that for myself. But so far, I have not been. I have hypoglycemia. Like if I have. There's certain things that'll really aggravate it, but if I have too little sugar in my blood for too long of a time, then I get like sweaty and like faint and angry, and so, but I don't have the hyperglycemia yet. So I keep going, because like every year I go and I have my annuals, like, did you test for diabetes? Because I need you to even they're like, but you don't have any reason to be tested for diabetes. And I was like, but you need to test for diabetes.
My sugar's always been fine whenever I've been checked, but I think that's probably because like I don't eat a lot really. Considering, especially since the food allergies and things.
Yeah, me neither. It turns out you don't need a lot of food to actually maintain the fat. Like, it just stays. You don't need to feed it. Yeah. It is, Paul. It is definitely hangry disease. That is exactly, like, that's what they should call it. Not hypoglycemia. They should call it hangry disease.
See, I don't get that. Like, I'll be kind
of Snickers.
If I've not eaten for like probably, I don't know, the better part of a day, I'll start feeling a bit faint, but I won't get angry, you know.
Just I don't get like angry as much as I just things that wouldn't normally irritate me a lot faster. So like when Jeffrey asks me a dumb question, normally I can handle it just fine, but when he asks me a dumb question and I'm already feeling tired and faint from not having eaten. And of course, ADHD and hyperfixation stuff, like I forget to eat a lot.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, like I'll get super bitchy. And he is getting really good. To his credit, he's getting really good at recognizing it. And he's like, "When's the last time you ate?" Every time I snap at him. I was like, "I don't know. What's your problem?"
Have a Snickers.
What's it to ya, huh?
Oh, I suppose you might not get that advert in that country. But
Which one?
the Snickers one. It's like you're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah.
I made the joke a minute ago.
Well, she was getting mauled by a dog, probably.
Probably. I also have no memory to speak of, so
that's fair. Hear that? That is so many steps. That's like they tell you to make. Andrew says he walks 15,000 steps a day at work, which I assume you're there roughly 9-10 hours, right? And they tell like the powers that be say we should do 10,000 steps a day. So that's a lot of steps. Because I tried to do 10,000 steps before, and that's a lot of steps, man. I don't know. And
That's many steps.
Yeah, and like the apps on my phone, they don't really track because I lift a lot of stuff. I don't necessarily walk it to a lot of places, but I lift, so I'm like doing muscle stuff. And I don't think it tracks that, so I feel like I should get extra credit for that, even though it's not a step. But I have yet to actually successfully do 10,000 steps in a day since I started trying to measure it. It's I got time for that.
I used to do it when I was, because I don't have anything that measures it anymore. I used to have them, watch things, but it would give me funny pains in my elbow, so I kind of didn't keep wearing it. But yeah, I mean, going over the hill where I live, that would be over 10,000 steps. But I think it's maybe about 2 miles by the time I've walked back, to the other end and back.
Sure, fair enough.
And it's up a very big hill, so.
Yeah, well, the UK has nothing if they don't have big hills. There's a lot of very big hills there.
Yeah.
I went to, I can't remember the name of the town. Maybe you'll know from the name, but I think that it's just the name of the hill is just called Steep Hill.
I don't know that.
Well, okay, you don't get points for creativity, but you do get points for accuracy.
Where's that? Oh, there's one in Wales, isn't it?
I did not go to Wales, so I don't know.
Right, there's this particular hill in Wales, and it's Torpenhow Hill. But it's quite famous because of the name. It's it's picked up very different like add-ons to the name over the years, and all of them mean hill. So it basically is hill, 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 hill.
Nice. That sounds very
languages.
Welsh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some weird names in Wales, and like that's the place with that ridiculously long town name, right?
Don't ask me to say it.
Yeah, there's like one newscaster I've ever seen successful, and it rolled right off, and I was like, I think he's a wizard.
Yeah. Oh, just
there's
Welsh.
No way a normal person did that.
Yeah. I have only been to Wales once, and that was to the first roundabout, and then we came back again. But
roundabout.
Wait, a movie about the hill? I don't remember what we were talking about. Yeah. But this looks good. Oh, a movie about the hill. Okay, it was a movie about the hill. Yeah. And the name of the town that I went to is Lincoln. It was in Lincoln.
Oh,
Steep
my
Hill.
uncle used to live there, but no, I've never
And there
been.
was a really cool, like, there's a really cool cathedral, and then across from the cathedral, like directly across this, I don't know, like I wanted to call it like a cul-de-sac or something, but it's obviously a walking path of some sort, like a mall, but it wasn't a green mall. It was a
Yeah.
and then there was the Lincoln Castle, and they have a copy of the Magna Carta, if I'm not mistaken. I remember going in and seeing it.
I've never been. My uncle used to live there, but that's I moved like about 400 miles north and then hardly ever went back south again. So once I went to Scotland, I've not really been to England all that much. So
It's funny to think that I've been to a place in England that you haven't.
it doesn't take much.
Oh, okay.
I've been to more places in Scotland than I have been into England.
Well, that's fair too. I've never been to Scotland. Hopefully soon. But
I've only been to London twice, so.
Steep Hill is a street in the historic city of Lincoln, Lincolnshire, England. At the top of the hill is the entrance to the Lincoln Cathedral, and the bottom is Well Lane. Yeah, and I walked up that hill, and I was in better shape than I am now, but it was still not fun.
Oh, you should try walking up to Whitby Abbey with
No,
the steps there.
Oh, I did. 99
Oh, you
steps,
did?
right? Yeah, or 199
Yeah.
steps. I can't remember.
It's
I
a
did.
lot of steps.
And that sucked too. I was not a fan. But I was also 10 years younger, and it was fine. It was fine. And it is really cool, Abbey. Like, the ruins are really cool. Yeah, the movie about the hill in Wales. The hill in Wales that you're referring to. There's a movie about it.
Yeah.
Did
The
not know
last
that.
time I was in Whitby Abbey, there was one of them, open top tour buses went past. And I was just like double taking because there was a guy dressed as Dracula in the top part of it. And then I looked away and I looked back and he'd gone. It's like, where'd he go?
They have a big Gothic festival there too, don't they?
Yeah, the Whitby Gothic Festival. I would love to go, but you've got to like book about a year in advance to get things.
I know, and I went there, and it was like I was there like 2 weeks after the festival had happened. I was so mad. I was like, "You mean to tell me I could?" Because we were just doing a day trip to Whitby. We were not actually staying in Whitby, and so I was like, I could have walked 10 minutes and gone to the Goth Festival. Like I had like one shirt that maybe could have qualified as Gothic that I had taken with me. And I was like, I could have made this happen, okay? We could have done this, and I was so mad because I wanted to go to the Goth Festival.
They do also do a steampunk one as well.
What's that?
They do a steampunk weekend as well.
Oh,
So-
yeah, no, didn't even hear about that one.
No, I don't know if that's more of a recent thing, but it looks amazing, and I just love to go. But you can't get B&B or like a bed and breakfast or anything around those sort of festivals.
That's
not
fair.
unless you've done it for a long time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's too far for me to drive in one day, so
Yeah, I can definitely feel that. Ireland is beautiful too, Paul. I have a friend who just went to Ireland. They went to visit. I think him and his wife did like a honeymoon thing, or not a honeymoon, but like an anniversary thing. And they said it was gorgeous.
I'd like
And
to go.
and it was funny that they were talking about the driving, the wrong side of the car and the wrong side of the road. And I was like, well, if you think about it as looking in a mirror, that's all it really is, and you get used to it quickly.
Oh, I would feel stressed driving on the other side of the road, though. I'd just be like constantly like, I need to be on this side, this side.
Well, if you ever come visit over here, it'll be fun, interesting for you to be the passenger then, because you'll be on the driver's side of the car, and you'll have to. Yeah, it'll be weird. I'm quite sure. It was weird for me too. I drove, and I was like, thankfully they had an automatic, because it's not that I can't drive a stick shift. I can. But I haven't driven a stick shift in a good 15 years, because they just don't exist around here anymore. Like, nobody has a stick shift anymore. And I remember how to do it, but it's
over here it's much more common to have like a manual transmission. Like we did have an automatic car, but like everything else I've ever driven has been manual. So
yeah, I think I could get back into it pretty quickly, because it's not like it's that difficult or anything. But absolutely.
Says you. I've never been able to get the hang of that.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I'm pretty
had
sure I
to.
wasn't doing it completely right. Like, nobody really taught me how to do it. I was just learned by watching my great uncle Bob, who was a very bad driver. And I just kind of watched him and then mimicked what he was doing until I figured it out. So I'm pretty sure I don't do it right. But I do actually, I can make the car go. And
if you can make the car go, then you're doing it right.
As long as
I just felt that doing it in England was not the appropriate time to be brushing back up on my skills.
No, like kangaroo hopping down the road as you've not got quite the biting point.
Oh no. Paul said Jamaica was the first time I drove on the left and I went into a roundabout the wrong way. Fucking roundabouts, man. They're the worst, aren't they? And they're getting to be, I know they're better than stoplights, I get it, but like, ugh.
But you need to have a go at the magic roundabout in the UK, which is a roundabout made of
roundabout?
Yeah, Google it. It's not the TV show. It's like the actual magic roundabout, and it's like a roundabout that has 5 mini roundabouts around it, I think.
Oh yeah, there's a magic roundabout. Is there's a show and then a movie that shows up.
Yeah, no, it's the actual roundabout.
What the fuck?
Try googling it as a road, maybe.
Road. Magic roundabout in Swindon.
Yeah, that's the one. And
I've never done it. Ring junction constructed in 1972, consisting of 5 mini roundabouts. Are you fucking crazy? 5 mini roundabouts inside one big roundabout. This is not an M&M. What the fuck? Jesus. No, thank you. I will go out of my way to not use the magic roundabout. Thank you. How do you even do it? How do you do it? I don't
know. I mean, I did hear someone say that it's possible to go like the wrong way round the main roundabout by following the mini roundabouts the right way round. I don't know.
It looks okay. I'm looking at a picture of it. Do you guys want to see the picture? I'll put it up here. Hang on a second. I gotta turn my shit off and then turn it back on. But I'll show you people. I will show you all what the hell I'm talking about here. What the hell Katie's talking about. Look at this thing! Now, this is as big as I can make it.
Oh, fuck me.
What? Okay, so if you go on, okay, Queen, can you see my cursor moving?
Can you put it on the satellite view?
This is just a picture, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not maps. I have to go to maps. I can't type. I've not been able to type all day. Magic.
It kind of looks even worse when you see the actual photo of it.
I don't know if I want to. I don't like what I see here. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. No. I don't like it. Okay. Hang on. I don't like it. Nope. Like you go in and keep in mind for Americans, the side that you think that you're gonna go on is the wrong fucking way. And so you gotta go in and then to your left and not your right. But
no,
like
you gotta go to your left and
you enter into the left and then so if you go this way and so if you're going from what the fuck is even the name of that road? A4312? What is the name? What is that name? That is a terrible name.
A lot of the main like motorway roads just have A roads and B road.
Yeah. So if you're going there and then you're exiting on the first exit here, you're fine. But then what if you need to go to Fleming Way here? This is horrible. I hate this. I hate this, Katie.
Yeah, I don't really. Fortunately, I've never been there. So,
so much worse than the bottom.
Oh my god.
There's not even
I'd be stuck in that like the Griswolds in European Vacation. Hey, look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
I think it's just broken Sarah.
It's just like, what the fuck is... no! I hate this. I hate this so much. Who thought this up? Yeah, see, that was Paul. Me too. Paul said I was following it to the right. And I was too. And I was like thinking, oh, if you just stay to the outside the whole way, you're going to be fine. And then I was like, wait, nope. I already did it wrong in my mind because I went the wrong way because I was driving like an American in my head. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it.
Unfortunately, it's nowhere near me, so you come visit me, you don't have to drive on it.
Thank God. If I come visit you, I hope you're doing all the driving, because I don't want to do any
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah, it's fine. Especially with, like, my manual transmission car.
Again, in theory, could do it, but would prefer not to. Yes, I hate this. Yeah, this is awful. Like, is this a... I mean, there's a reason you brought it up, because this is obviously a big pain in the ass for the citizens
It's just famous.
of Swindon.
Yeah. It's just a famous thing.
But, like, it's, like, if you look at, like, the actual mini roundabouts aren't even, like, real medians. They're just little circles drawn on the road.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you supposed to... How do you navigate this thing? I don't get it. I mean, I would end up just trying to follow the traffic, the flow of traffic, and then I would just end up trapped on there for the rest of my life. Until a cop pulls me over and realizes that I've been driving on there for like 6 months, and oh my god, you overstayed your visa. You need to get the hell out of here now. Oh my god. Yeah, that is terrible. Let's look at Gizmoduck some more, because that's way less stressful. Oh my god.
That was so good.
Okay.
I like how it suddenly got depth whilst we were looking at the roundabout.
Definitely broke my brain a little bit. Look at him, he's so cool!
That is one Gizmo duck complete.
Beautiful.
That's really cool.
And that was less than an hour. You started drawing at like the 20-minute mark in, so that was so fast. Look at that. That's amazing. Chris says he looks incredible! Exclamation point.
Yay!
If you
Paul
can
says
hear
very
any
nice with
weird
another
noises-
exclamation point.
If you can hear any weird noises, the dog's dreaming.
There we go.
Okay, so there is
Oh, that looks so good.
one piece. Obviously not going in the book because that we don't want to get sued.
Well, technically, I think that we'd be allowed, but it also doesn't have "the" in it anywhere.
That's true.
So I forget what the other suggestions.
I got
were.
inspired. I was like, I'm just going to do an actual Gizmo duck.
No, he looks amazing. They should hire you to do concept art or animation or something. Not that they will, because they're having computers take all of our jobs, but... Oh, it was, Dick Tracy and, Dee dressed as Blitz from Super. That was the other two. And... D is Gizmoduck and be Deezmoduck. That'd be pretty outstanding. Like the oh yeah, that was what it reminds. Do you think you've seen Osmosis Jones?
Yeah.
Do you think that the Dritz the
No.
pill that he was modeled after Gizmoduck, or no, he would have been after Gizmoduck. So yeah, he would have been modeled after Gizmoduck as opposed to Gizmoduck being modeled after him.
Yeah. Gizmo duck was like
Gizmoduck's
88 or 89.
Yeah. But he doesn't have a wheel, but he does have just the one appendage that ends in a little rocket thing, right? Like a jetpack.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a little bit of inspiration going on there.
Had to be.
Appendage is such a good word.
It rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it? Appendage.
Oh, I just can't get over how fast D draws.
You know what I keep doing? I keep putting my mouse up onto the stream screen and trying to like scroll up to see the rest of it. And I know it's not gonna work, but I keep doing it. What are you gonna do?
Not Dick Tracy.
What?
Oh, we can't put Dick Tracy in the book. If I finish this, I can put it in the book.
Man, did you ever notice that everybody messages us? I don't know if maybe it's just me, but like I get 1,000 messages when I'm on a stream or on a phone call or in a meeting, and then I'll be sitting doing stuff that is totally conducive to answering messages. 0 messages. What's up with that?
Sod's law.
Yep.
Although it's Murphy's law in America, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. I like Sod's Law better. It makes more sense to me. That's a
My mum's boss used to call it the law of the sod.
That makes it sound fancier.
Oh, it's so cold. It shouldn't be this cold in June.
Cold?
It's pretty
That's
cold
actually-
here too. It's quite nice, but it's going to be in the 90s like
It
later
is
in the
cold.
week.
It's
so.
been
Yeah. That's what ours is like right now. It's quite pleasant. It's not yet 80, but it's getting...
it was 10 degrees Celsius here today and yesterday.
Which is 10 C2F is 50.
Hang on, what is
That's
that
chilly.
in Fahrenheit?
Yeah, no, it's supposed to get into it's supposed to be 87 tomorrow, and then it's supposed to be nearly 100 like the rest of the week. Like it's, and then there's just random thunderstorms being peppered in here and there. Like we're just like, maybe there'll be a tornado. We don't know. Ding ding ding. Oh, gross. Paul said it's 100 there. Yeah, gross. And yeah, I don't. It's gonna be gross here too. And I'm just like, okay, so my plants will like it. The plants like it when it's hot, as long as I water them, which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget to do. And I actually put all of my succulents outside, and thinking that it would love to be the succulents. You know, they love real sun. The fake sun in my lights is bad, right? They hate it. And then it just won't stop raining, and now I'm concerned that
Well, yesterday.
Yeah. What happened yesterday?
Yesterday it was 46.4 Fahrenheit, and this is June.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that chilly in June. Although, I mean, at night, sure. I love being.
No,
I
it's
love
been
it
like
being
that
cold
like
and-
for most of the week. No, this was the day.
Yeah, that's what I don't want. I don't want 50 in the middle of the day. It should be like 75 in the middle of the day, and then 50 at night.
The plants have been struggling a bit. We've got like a willow tree that's looking really sick, and I was like, what's wrong with it? And then I realized it's like, oh, it's like 8 degrees during the day. It's probably a lot colder during the night. It probably thinks it's winter. So
Yeah.
even though
no
the
shit.
sun's coming up at like 3 in the morning. So I bet we'll go from this to like really, really hot or something stupid like that, and then that'll make them even more confused.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just fucking. Ugh.
Well, over here we've got one of those heat domes forming, so yeah.
So excited.
You see, I can handle the cold better than the heat, but the plants really don't like it. So It's not great when you have like loads and loads of plants to water and stuff, and they're all just like giving up because it's too wet and cold.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't remember where you're from, Paul, but I do remember. I mean, I'm guessing from context clues, it's in the South. I'm gonna guess either like Texas or Florida, because nobody describes their state saying they hate the weather except people who live in Texas or Florida. People who live in Florida move to Florida for the weather sometimes, so that's a little baffling.
We moved away from Florida for the weather. Just fuck that. I was tired of sweating in Christmas.
Okay, I'm a little jealous that the banana plant lives all year, because I've had the banana plants grow beautifully up here in the summer, and then they die. Like, I had two of these gorgeous, I had a mini one and then a standard one, and they were beautiful all summer long, and then I brought them inside thinking I'll try to let them limp along until next spring, and they did not survive. I tried. I did.
They wouldn't even survive here in summer.
Sounds like it.
This is exceptionally cold for summer, though, even for Scotland, so...
Is it supposed to get warmer?
Yes.
Let's hope so.
Well, I think it's supposed to get... I think it's because the winds may be coming from the north at the moment, or it's supposed to be coming from the west soon. It's still supposed to be cold, but, like, warmer. The weather's doing crazy shit.
Bananas again this year. I've got 6 plants on my plantation. Do you ever get actual bananas to happen? Because I know I could never do that up here. Oh, good. Jack's back. There he is.
We grew apricots. Well, we do have an apricot tree, but it had like 1 year where it had 100 of them, and then it's never had any since. So...
Aw. That's a bummer.
I think it's just that it flowers so early that the flowers just get sort of die off in the cold or not get fertilized.
Yeah, that's fair. But I thought apricots were harder than that. I mean, well, I guess we can grow peaches here. I don't know about apricots. They're similar though, right?
Of peaches. Peaches for free. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
I don't think it even had any flowers this year. It just seems to be sending suckers up everywhere. We were getting a good crop of honeyberries, but they're from Siberia, so they don't really care about the cold.
Yeah. Andrew, she's doing your suggestion of Dia's Blitz, because this one is we can put this one in the book. In the book that is yet to be printed. And then if we have time, I guess, then we can do Dick Tracy too. Maybe you could do D dressed as Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
There you go. Oh shit. I almost accidentally banned Paul instead of showing his comment. Oh my god.
How's the backer kit looking? Anything happening, or?
It's starting off slow as usual. Like the last how many that we did, they always take like a day before we see any real movement. So, I know Lori sent out emails, and I sent out a bunch of social media crap, and I'm gonna do more social media crap when we're done here. So,
oh, he's back again.
Are they coordinating? Because Jack just came back too.
Yeah, he does seem to turn up at the same time as Jack, doesn't he?
They know.
They definitely must know.
He just wants to eat the microphone again.
Jack keeps breathing in my face, and his breath is just so gross. I mean, ever since he's, got officially diagnosed with a chronic illness, he's been getting the spoiled baby treatment of the mushy food, and his breath is like, it's like barf and like just decaying meat.
Ugh.
It's horrible. It's hard to love something so much when they smell so bad, you know? Like, you guys have pets, so you all know. But
Oh, yeah.
I had a 16-year-old incontinent dog. So yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I still miss him. Bless him, he was a lovely dog. I don't miss
Yeah.
like washing pee pads all the time, but he was quite ill for the last 4 years of his life.
Yeah, that's the contract you sign up. You sign when you decide to be a pet person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you can enjoy them while they're young, but that's the trade-off, is that you gotta take care of them when they get old.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this one
Poe's starting to get there.
This one's 3 now. Can you believe he's 3 already?
I mean, based on his size, yeah, but based on how long I remember you having him, no.
He was the same size as Hazel at 10 weeks old, which makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And he's still terrified of her. It's really funny.
I do like watching the videos that you post of them too, trying to wrestle. Like,
Yeah.
she's clearly the boss.
Oh yeah, if she gets mad with him, he runs away. And he is just over 20 kilos and she's just over 6. So he's just like
Whatever.
nearly 3 times the weight of her, and he's still terrified of her.
It's always
Especially
funny when Jack is deaf, and so it's funny when he does hear something. It scares him.
What? You're a good boy.
Paul, you have 2 dogs and 2 cats? I have more than 2 cats. I've seen people, I post pictures of all of my cats all the time, and I don't know if anybody's ever put together that there's that many separate cats, so I don't know if anybody actually knows how many cats I have. It's a lot.
No, I refuse to do the math.
You just seem to kind of gravitate cats to you. Have to, like, people just leave them in your like garage, don't they?
Yeah, that literally happened. That's one. Ick is the cat that somebody just dumped him off at my house, him and his little brother, or his big brother. I guess that's why his name ended up being Little Brothers, because he was the shy one, and the other one, sadly, got killed by a vehicle. And then this one, little sad sack, I came home late, and it was raining, and he was up on my porch, and he was just crying at me, and I was like, no, you can't come in. And then he would just, he made the eyes, he made the face, and I was like, fine, but you have to go out in the morning. And then he never went out again. Because obviously, I mean, I'm a sap. I'm never gonna...
You just accumulate cats.
I do.
3 more have been added since she started talking about it. They're like a Dollar General over here. They just happen.
Yep. I mean, sometimes you go to PetSmart and you're like, oh, you bought 2 bags of litter? It's a free cat with that.
I haven't quite managed that with dogs yet. But the first dog we ever had, Dad didn't know we were getting a dog until we actually took him home. So even though his friend bred him, we conspired to get a puppy.
Andrew says he hates the weather where he's at, and he's in Georgia. Which is fair. I've been to Georgia. I went to Georgia for Dragon Con, which happens around Labor Day every year. And that was like Satan's anus. It was sweaty, and like the amount of... I mean, it gets humid up here, but it's like you have to swim to wherever you're going.
Yeah.
On dry land in Georgia. It's just bad. And
I'm not sure I know where Georgia is.
It's in the southeast.
Just above Florida.
That doesn't help me. I don't know where Florida is.
Florida is the penis of America. That's that part that sticks out into the ocean, into the Atlantic Ocean on the eastern seaboard.
Bugs Bunny cut it off once, and unfortunately it grew back.
I've been to Florida. I was in Florida in March many years ago, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. but I don't think I'd want to be a summertime Florida person from the sound of it. And we went and saw like the manatees, and we went to Tarpon Springs, and we swam in the Keys. It's nice. I mean, it's pretty. They made a rule. The governor made a rule that the only lights you can use, the only colored lights you can use to decorate public bridges and stuff, is red, white, and blue. And that's enough to make me not want to go ever again. I did like Tarpon Springs, but
I'm pretty sure it's illegal for me to just set foot in Florida at this point.
Yeah, it's not great.
Is Florida where the iguanas fall out of the trees when it gets too cold?
Yes.
Hey, I remembered a fact.
What? I've never heard that.
How have I heard that?
Trees.
How have I heard that and you haven't? And you?
I don't know, man. Everything falls from the trees here when it's cold. It gets cold here.
As far as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Dee, but the iguanas were escapees from the pet trade, and there's loads of them, but they're cold-blooded, so whenever it gets really cold, they just drop out of the trees because they've gone torpid. So
Yes.
Yeah.
That absolutely happens.
Andrew said his room stays hot because there's no air vents, which is horrible. I hope you at least have a fan or something. Ugh.
See, we don't
Yeah, we're supposed to get 90s in the 90s later this week, and I'm just not looking forward to that at all. So Jeffrey's a gadget nerd, right? And he bought this air quality monitor, and it tells us how much CO2 is in the air, which is actually turns out to be quite concerning because it was always in the thousands. And so now we keep and that's like 800 is like the upper limit of where you want to be if you want, to be lucid and awake. And so it's like, well, that explains why we always wake up with headaches. But yeah, so like he's got the windows open all the time now, which has been fine at this point. But in a couple of days, it's not going to be fine anymore. And I don't know what he plans to do unless he's going to call and like get the HVAC revamped for this whole building, which he doesn't own, so that'd be crazy. This is not our building. This is a rental. I would not purchase a stupid fucking building like this. Just so we're clear, I'm not a fan of this apartment.
But it does have a fantastic backdrop for your webcam.
It does. It look like I'm in a prison. It's amazing. Yeah, Paul, I agree. He's an idiot. We've got a lot of idiots in charge lately, don't we?
Nothing but, it seems.
But
in the UK
you
as
said
well.
but. Wisconsin has Tony Evers, so I would not say is a progressive, but he's a Democrat, and so like I have issues with fewer of his things, like fewer of his crap that happens than I do with a lot of the others. And he did this thing which I will forever have respect for the guy. There's the line item veto thing, like you can slash out single words and sign a bill into law like that. Like that's Wisconsin's one of the few states that you can do that. And he did this thing where he slashed out like 5 words or something, and then he got $300 per child per school for like the next 20 years or something. Like he managed to fund. It's not a lot of money. It's not enough. It's not as much as the schools actually need. But just the fact that he did it was fucking brilliant. And the fact that he obviously he's not going to get away with that twice. But it was such a baller move that I just can't help but have a little respect for the guy. Yes, line item veto. That's what it is. Thank you, Paul. And yeah, like he slashed out like 5 words and ended up getting $300-ish per kid for every school for the next millions of years or some shit. I don't remember what it was. It was 20 or 200 or something. But 20
or 200, one or the other.
It's the fact that he did that he pulled that, and that was ballsy and really freaking clever, and like I just like I said, I do have problems with his operation, but I think that was brilliant. Like he's a better choice than Scott Walker, but I mean you remember that guy from the 2016 election cycle, right? Like Scott Walker, fucking wiener. He actually wanted to close the border between US and Canada. He wanted to build a wall between US and Canada. Canada!
Yep.
Which is basically America Light. It's like America, but nicer. Why would we need... If he wants to build a wall to stop us from leaving? Because that's the only thing I can see is to be the problem here.
Technically, yes, they probably do, because that would be a big problem. That's the thing, whenever people are like, when you complain about the government, it's like, well, you're free to leave. No, yeah. I'm not. It costs tens of thousands of dollars to leave.
Yeah, and have you ever...
It's something like just 10 to 15 grand you have to pay just to be allowed to say I'm leaving America permanently.
That's not even, like, just take money completely out of the equation. In order to permanently relocate, you basically have to find somebody and marry them. That, like, somebody who has legal residence and marry them, because you cannot just move because nobody wants us. Unless you have, like education up the wazoo, or you have a shitload of money in your own right that you can invest in their country. Like, you just can't.
That's why you wanted to marry me.
That's one of the reasons, Katie. Maybe sometimes I just wanted to be able to touch your butt, okay?
Touch the butt.
What?
I'm pretty sure they check up on that sort of thing as well.
Yeah, but see, we could totally get away with it because we know plenty about each other to get away with it.
That's true.
And then we could just, like, I'll come visit and we'll work out the rest of the details because there's not that much to worry about. And then we'll do the thing, and then they won't catch us. We're basically married already. Come on.
Apart from we just said it on live, on air.
Well, who's to say? See, they don't know. We've been friends for like years, and who's to say we're not also in love? They don't have to. They can't say for sure. They don't know. You guys don't know. What Katie and I have is special.
How long have we been friends for?
I do not know. At least since... Oh my god, at least since 2010.
Was I in university when you met me?
You were in university when I met you. I was at school. I was also at technical college when I met you. So I started technical college in 2009. So...
It could be as much as 17 years.
Yeah. 15 to 17, 20 maybe? We don't know. Yeah, yeah. I like how you do colors, how you do your shading, because I am horrible at light. And it just seems like you, like Katie too, you guys just like figure it out from magic. I don't know. I think I'm getting better at it, but I'm not good at it.
It's just studying it, basically.
Yep.
That is the one thing that, when the art teachers at university just dump a pile of trash on the table and it's like, draw this! And I was like, that sounds horrible! But that is one thing that does force you to learn, is where the light lands and stuff.
It's the exercise, isn't it?
With each other.
It's awful, and I hated every minute of it, but I drew some beautiful old crappy shoes. And mannequins and a saddle one.
It's the exercise of drawing the space around the objects, not the objects themselves. Yeah. Which sounds weird, but it does kind of make sense.
It's boring and it's frustrating, but if you only drew the things that you enjoy drawing, you're never going to get that good at drawing, are you?
No.
I don't think you would, because I don't think I'd be as good at drawing if I was only drawing things that I liked to draw.
You see, Fish has a really good thing of, like, if he doesn't like drawing something, he makes himself draw it, so he gets better at it, and that is like a really good way of teaching yourself how to draw.
Absolutely.
Because, like, I need to work on drawing hands and arms, because they're not my favorite things. But no. Like, it's like when I've been drawing people recently, I'm like, I can do a really good torso and face. But when it comes to the arms and legs, I just suck. So I really need to just sit down and practice drawing arms and legs.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about that. Super secret. It's secret for now, but you'll learn about it eventually. But Katie and I are working on another short comic together, and you'll hear details later, but we have to actually work on that, don't we? I forgot all about it. We were supposed to do that last week.
Yes, we do.
Oops.
But I was busy, so.
Yeah. I was not as busy as you, I don't think, but I ended up, so we had like a small chunk of free time on Saturday night, and Jeffrey's like, do you want to go for a walk? And I was like, can we go to Eagle Point Park? There's a really nice park here, and it's nearish to here, I guess. It's not right here, but like the point, my point being that we had to drive to the park and then get out and walk around the park, and there's like a koi pond, and it's up by the river. It's really pretty. And we were there for about a minute and a half before the mosquitoes descended upon me and destroyed my entire, like, they sucked all of my blood out. I needed, like, we had to go get ice cream so that I could get my blood sugar back up. It was bad. But
what brush are you using at the moment, Dee?
What?
I'm just trying to figure out how you're doing the actual colors.
Oh, it's the gouache brush in Clip Studio.
Okay.
I like it. It gives me this nice little dry brush effect.
Yeah, it's cool. I gotta get a paid version of Clip. I realized that I did not have a paid version when Fish sent me a thing, and I was like, oh shit, I can't save this because I only have the crappy free version. And I'm also, you guys, have heard about the controversy surrounding Adobe's TOS updates?
I left it years ago, so I'm so glad I did.
I'm at this point where I don't exactly know what to do, because there's like Affinity has programs that are analogous enough to the ones that I need that I could switch. But what I'm concerned about is, how do PDFs work? Because technically Adobe owns the PDF format, like that they own the patent on that. So like, does every comic we've ever made, do they own that now? Do they have exclusive or non-exclusive rights to that? I don't understand it. And I mean,
surely they can't just change that for stuff that was in the past, because people wouldn't have been able to agree to that in the past.
Yeah, no, they said that it's extending back to the founding of Adobe. This is what other people that are interpreting it for me, because I don't understand the language on its own. So I'm looking to other people to interpret it for me, and I've been trying to get a variety of opinions and thoughts on it.
I mean, God, talk about shooting themselves in the foot, though, because surely they know that this is not going to be a popular move.
Well, I noticed this morning they're already backtracking. Because they did this a few days ago, and they're already backtracking on it, and they're like, we're gonna roll this new stuff out. Yeah, I was like, and then I heard that some people are being asked to pay these horrible cancellation fees too, and I was like, excuse me, if you already have to pay $700 for the right to use the fucking things, why do you also have to pay a cancellation fee? Some people said that seems unethical. That seems illegal.
Yeah. Some people say you can get around it they can get around it by switching to a cheaper subscription and then just cancelling that, and then you have to pay less of a subscription fee, but you shouldn't have to pay a cancellation fee at all.
Yeah, I haven't bothered with the Creative Cloud. I technically do have it now, but it's somebody else's license. Like, I'm allowed to use it, but it's not my license. Everything is totally legal. I didn't like pirate a version or anything. FBI, don't come at me.
I just basically was looking at what options there were, and then I realized how much Adobe was then trying to like charge for their cloud service. Then you couldn't just buy the program outright and like, screw this, I'm going to Clip Studio Paint, and I've never looked back. I really like Clip. Yeah,
Clip, and I like Procreate. I like Clip. I haven't tried. Is it Krita or Krita? I haven't tried Krita before.
I've not tried that one.
I had a few years ago played around with Affinity, Affinity Designer, and they have a Photoshop similar program. They have a Illustrator similar program. They have an InDesign similar program. And Quark also still exists, which we learned recently. We were talking about that in a live stream.
Inexplicably.
Yeah. But like Quark might be seeing a resurgence with this Adobe bullshit because people need to publish their books, and Quark is an alternative to InDesign.
God, it's like the internet is becoming such a flipping AI hellscape at the moment.
Yeah,
if you're like actually a creative person. I'm finding myself actually not going on the internet as much, especially on like social media, because it's like it's all full of all this old people who are just sharing this thing. Oh, look how pretty this bird is! Like that is not a real bird. That is not a real cake. That is not a real knitted flipping octopus. That is
yes, thank you.
That sand sculpture of fucking Jesus with individual hairs in it. That is not possible. You cannot do that. You cannot do that with sand. Have you ever touched sand before?
And then
you need to go touch sand.
There's all the fake movie posters and shit. It's so annoying.
I just weirdly, the place I have been hanging out more is Tumblr, and it's like, why is Tumblr suddenly becoming one of the more wholesome places on the internet? Because it never used to be. But
people are going to like, and Reddit has always been a hellscape, I think. But if you find the right subreddits in there, it's not so bad. But I'm not a big fan.
No,
I don't know. And like, I used to be fine with Facebook. Like, it used to be great, and now they're like, you know, because you could go on there and you could scroll and look at your friends, and it would be just your friends' stuff.
And now
not
it's just
suggested feeds and ads and like, you should follow this page. And it never ends. Like back in the day, you know, like when Facebook first founded, you could scroll and eventually you'd come to the end and you'd start seeing the stuff that you had already seen, and you'd know that you had browsed all of the new stuff.
Yeah, like I have 1.3, 1,300 friends on Facebook. I see stuff from about 20 of them. It's like,
no shit, exactly.
Yeah,
like, there'll be some times that I'll just suddenly be like, hey, I haven't seen so-and-so's stuff on my feed in a long time. Did they unfriend me? Nope, Facebook just stopped showing me their stuff.
Facebook decides you don't like them anymore.
Yeah, what the hell?
I know.
It's like, no, let me choose who I want to see and don't want to see. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And it's like all this AI search engines and stuff, which are just give us the old search engines. And it's just, we don't want to get told to eat destroying angel mushrooms because the AI thinks it's a fucking white button mushroom, or like make cake mixture with glue in it because that's what AI tells you to do.
Yeah.
Like non-toxic glue. It's like, right, but I'm still pretty sure you shouldn't be eating glue.
Didn't it, one of them tell you to eat a toxic mushroom, and then another one told you if you're depressed you should jump off the Golden Gate Bridge? Like,
yeah, it was that.
Yes.
These are not good AI recommendations.
It was Google Gemini or something, wasn't it? Didn't it say like someone had asked it a question about the Bible stories, and one of it was like Noah's sons were Ren and Stimpy or something.
I do enjoy how people are poisoning the AI results like that. Like people are using the Adobe thing, them saying, freely admitting that they're going to use your stuff to, and they actually said in their clarification email or blog post this morning, like, we have never used your information to train our AI. And I was like, first of all, bullshit. Yeah. And secondly, like, bullshit because we see it happening.
There's a group that I was on where people have actually started a movement where they're actually deliberately falsely tagging things.
Yeah.
Like they'll put up like a picture of a brick or something and say, "Oh, look at this cute cat."
Like, yeah. And people are like, there's a few people that I've seen posting saying, I absolutely hate that they're doing this, and I've never even uploaded my stuff to the Adobe Cloud, but now I'm gonna, and it's gonna be filled with nightshade poisoned images, and fuck you, Adobe.
But like, how are these people so unaware of like what their actual like customer base wants? It's ridiculous.
Well, they're catering to the big corporations that are paying way more than we are for their products. Like, I'm sure they're aware that a lot of like little guys like us are just pirating cracked versions of it.
Oh yeah, but like the little guys add up though. I mean, there's a lot more of us than there are of the big corporations.
Yeah. This looks so cute. Ah!
It's so cute. I like the background.
Lori will enjoy this when you show it to her. This is beautiful.
Ta-da! Okay.
Woohoo!
There we go.
Looks awesome. Well, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. I don't know if you want to do another one, but
my hands hurt and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. I was like, I'll stay here for as long as you want, but I am hungry. And then y'all can start to see the hangry disease, I guess. this looks great. We'll send Paul. Look, I can just send everybody a copy of both of these, huh?
Yep.
Why not? Oh, look who just popped in. They haven't. Adobe is the worst. I mean, right up until they started using the AI, like there's a couple of AI things like the generative, you know, like when you have to fill in a picture, like that's really nice, but they used stolen content in order to build that. That's the thing I have problems with. It's like they missed, there was a perfectly good opportunity to do this all ethically. I'm sure a lot of us would have been more than happy to supply our images to train the AI for in exchange for some, you know, some sort of agreement and some money. But instead they just stole all of our stuff off the internet and used it to train their crap.
I don't have a problem with the core concepts of the technology.
Right.
Like for example, like people want to get technical. If you're using Grammarly to edit, that is using AI technology to figure this stuff out. Oh, that's how it's figuring out you've made a weird sentence or a run-on and stuff like that. Currently, Weta just used they developed their own internal AI in order to help on that most recent Planet of the Apes film, and it fills in, but it uses all of their imagery that they put into their library to help create the ape faces, like the in-betweens and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a different beast. It's the theft that's the problem.
Yeah.
Paul said it was good listening to y'all. Love you guys. Pride Heart Rainbow Philly. I'm assuming that is an emoji that I can't see on here, but I'll go on to YouTube after we're done and look at it. But thank you for coming. We love you too.
Thank you.
And Chris and Andrew and Fish, all the commenters. Oh, Paul, I missed this one. Paul said it costs $15,000 to become a legal citizen in Canada.
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean,
and
even
then you've got to pay a huge chunk just to leave this country too, because the country will not let you go because you want to.
Yeah.
You've got to pay to leave. Because we are a product to our country. And if we leave the country, then we're no longer producing the product they feel they're owed.
It's really sad. You think about it too long. Anyway.
I decided to keep the gray streaks in the cartoon, even though I colored my hair.
It's fine. It looks good.
It's
I like it.
Yeah.
I think the gray streak works.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Everybody go back to Finding D Pride Pins. It's kick.lagunastudios.net, and that's on BackerKit, not Kickstarter. So if you are looking for it, and you're just searching in the search function, don't use Kickstarter because you won't find it. And also, if you do want to back something we have on Kickstarter, we do have Cthulhu's Hard to Spell still running. So go check that out, and that is at go.lagunastudios.net. And, God, coming up soon. We got stuff happening soon. We did have to push, I know we announced Dirtbag Pride stuff, but we had to push that back, so... it's still gonna happen, just not in 2 weeks or whenever it originally was gonna be. But we got more stuff coming up. And, yeah, I think I'm just tired and hungry now. So, like, I forgot what I'm doing. So, any parting thoughts from you two, Madias?
Get in on the campaign, get all the cool stuff, everything that's available. We got the pins, we got the books with, you can get original pieces of art in those books that I will draw to your basic specifications. Yep. Which is to say that if you say, draw blah 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 character, it'll probably be me as that character or Heidi or something like that. But yeah, and no Harry Potter characters. Sorry.
And get the boom.
I loved them, but they've been nightshaded by their creator, so to speak. It is toxicized it for me.
Yeah.
It's such a shame as well, because they are such beloved characters, but it just It's just ruined the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Such a bummer. Yeah, like technically, you already own the movies and stuff. You might as well watch them, right? You've already spent the money.
Can't.
But at the same, yeah, me either. I'm like sitting here going, no.
I
I'll watch
hear-
Twilight, an obviously inferior movie, but I'll watch that because it's at least it's not made by I don't think Stephanie Meyer turf. I don't know. I hope not because I like her
probably.
books.
Probably at this point.
She's problematic. Her treatment.
We've got Neil Gaiman. That's I'm happy about.
That's true. We do have Neil Gaiman.
You also had Terry Pratchett when he was still alive, but
Yes,
That is
Terry
true.
Pratchett.
Wonderful stories in that regard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have plenty of wonderful allies in comic or comic, but like writing beasts that are allies. But
oh, the writer of the Animorphs, I can't remember her name. She's
Yep, she's
Yeah.
also awesome.
yeah, can't remember her name. I used to read them when I was a kid, but I can't remember anything about them. So
and us, we're allies too.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
I think we all are. I think we're all some flavor of the alphabet mafia, so to speak.
Word.
I mean, most of us are anyway, for sure. If not all. We need to address that at a later date because I am tired and Dee is tired and Katie is getting mauled to death by a dog.
well, not at the moment, but it is nearly midnight. So.
And yeah, and hungry, and we all gotta eat and sleep and maybe not in that order. So thank you everybody for coming and suggesting things for Dee to draw, and thanks for chatting with us, and tell your friends about our campaigns that are live, and like and share and comment and do all those things, even if you can't back, which we totally understand if you can't. And yeah, that's it, right?
Have a great night.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.